After every storm, God lifts the weary, restores the broken, and gives strength to rise again. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. Let the weight of the day loosen its grip as you settle into this space of calm. Imagine the remnants of the storm fading behind you, the winds quieting, the clouds parting as God's gentle presence surrounds you. With each breath, feel His strength returning to your spirit, steady and sure. Allow His compassion to meet every tired place within you, reminding you that renewal is not rushed but received. In this stillness, trust that God is already lifting what felt too heavy to carry alone, guiding your heart toward peace and restoring what the storm tried to take. As this moment unfolds, let your breath settle into a gentle rhythm, steady and unforced, as if your spirit is slowly remembering what peace feels like. Picture the storm clouds drifting farther away, leaving behind a sky washed clean by God's mercy. In this quiet, allow your heart to release the tension it has carried for far too long. God meets you here not with demands or pressure, but with a calm that softens every weary edge within you. Let His nearness remind you that healing often begins in the smallest moments of surrender, when you stop striving and simply rest in His presence. Feel the weight on your chest loosen as His strength rises quietly inside you, steadying what felt shaken. Trust that even now God is guiding you toward renewal, shaping clarity from the chaos, and lifting your spirit into a place of deeper peace. Feel the quiet deepen around you, letting each breath soften the places within you that still feel unsettled. Picture God's steady presence drawing near, not with urgency, but with a calm that gently steadies your thoughts. The storm may have shaken you, but it did not remove God's hand from your life. In this peaceful moment, allow the tension in your chest to ease as you remember that God restores slowly, faithfully, and with great care. Let your mind drift toward the truth that you are not expected to rise all at once. Strength often returns in quiet waves. As you breathe, imagine God gathering the scattered pieces of your heart, shaping them into something stronger than before. Trust that He is guiding you toward clarity, lifting the heaviness that lingered and renewing your spirit with a hope that cannot be taken by any storm. Notice how your spirit begins to settle as you breathe slowly and let the last traces of strain drift from your mind. In this gentle pause, imagine God placing His hand over the places that still feel shaken, offering comfort that reaches deeper than words. The storm may have left you tired, but it did not diminish His care for you. Let your thoughts loosen their grip on what you cannot control, allowing God to steady what feels uncertain. With each breath, sense His quiet strength rising within you, reminding you that restoration unfolds one moment at a time. Picture a soft light breaking through the clouds, warming the parts of your heart that felt cold or forgotten. Trust that God is guiding you toward a renewed sense of clarity, lifting the heaviness that lingered and filling your spirit with a peace that gently anchors you again. In this gentle stillness, allow your heart to loosen its hold on the worries that have followed you through the day. Picture God drawing near with a patience that never rushes your healing, offering comfort that settles into the deepest parts of your spirit. Let the quiet remind you that you don't have to rebuild everything at once. God restores you piece by piece, moment by moment. As you breathe, imagine His strength rising like a soft dawn, touching the places that felt dim or forgotten. Release the pressure to have every answer, trusting that God is guiding you with a wisdom far greater than your own. Feel His presence steadying your thoughts, calming the noise, and lifting the heaviness that lingered. In this peaceful space, rest in the assurance that God is renewing you from within, shaping hope where discouragement once lived, and preparing your spirit to rise again. Here, in God's calming presence, allow the noise within you to soften as you breathe with slow intention. Picture the remnants of the storm fading even further, leaving behind a quiet path where God walks beside you with steady compassion. Let your heart release the pressure to be strong on your own, trusting that God is carrying what still feels too heavy. As you rest in this moment, imagine His peace settling over your thoughts like a gentle covering, easing the strain you've held inside. Feel His nearness reminding you that renewal is not a distant hope, but something unfolding within you right now. With each breath, sense God restoring the courage that was shaken, lifting the weight that lingered, and guiding your spirit toward a deeper steadiness. In this sacred quiet, trust that He is shaping strength within you that no storm can undo. With each slow breath, allow the tension within you to loosen as God's steady presence surrounds your spirit. Picture the path ahead clearing gently, not through your own strength, but through the quiet guidance of the One who knows every burden you've carried. Let your thoughts drift toward the truth that you are being renewed in ways you cannot always see. As you breathe, imagine God lifting the heaviness that settled on your heart, replacing it with a calm that settles deeper than the noise of your day. Release the pressure to figure out every step, trusting that God is already preparing the way forward. Feel His compassion softening the places that felt hardened by worry or exhaustion. In this peaceful moment, rest in the assurance that God is restoring your courage, strengthening what felt fragile, and leading you toward a steadiness that rises from His unfailing care. As peace rises within you, allow the gentle rhythm of your breath to remind you that God is restoring what felt worn down. Picture His presence settling over your thoughts like a soft blanket of calm, easing the strain that has lingered in the corners of your mind. Let the quiet speak to you, not with loud answers, but with a steady reassurance that you are being guided step by step. Release the urge to rush your healing, trusting that God is rebuilding your strength with patience and care. As you breathe, imagine His light touching the places that felt dim, awakening hope where discouragement once settled. Feel your spirit lift as God steadies what felt uncertain, shaping clarity from the remnants of the storm. In this moment, rest in the truth that He is renewing you from within, preparing your heart to rise with confidence and quiet courage. Let your heart rest in this quiet space, allowing the last traces of strain to ease as God's presence settles gently over you. Picture Him gathering the scattered pieces of your strength, shaping them into something steady and renewed. You don't have to rush this moment or force clarity to appear. God is already working in the silence, guiding your spirit toward a deeper peace. As you breathe, imagine His compassion softening the tightness in your chest, lifting the weight that has lingered longer than you expected. Let the calm remind you that healing unfolds in layers, each one touched by God's faithful care. Feel your thoughts slow as His light reaches the places that felt dim, awakening hope where discouragement once settled. In this stillness, trust that God is preparing you to rise with a strength rooted not in effort, but in His unwavering love. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart.